You try to help, and they kick out for a three to their center.
Ashworth stops and floats it home. Stephen Ashworth with the first bucket for Utah State.
He's one of the best guards in the country at decelerating off the bounce.
Baker tries it again.
What?
Why not? 9 for Will Baker, the junior from Austin, Texas. Three for 3 from 3 for the big man. Fight for the rebound, won by Nevada, and a foul called in the scrum as Lucas hits the deck.
Well, this is just Will Baker versus Utah State. 3 threes in a row for the big fella. That was the second. This is the third look. You're going to have to crowd him a lot quicker than that on the closeout. Clearly, he is hot right now.
They're still cold for the foul. Baker, why not? Again, Will Baker. An unbelievable start for the big man.
Way too much room. You got to start denying him.
The first 12 points of the game on 4 made threes from Will Baker are now ripped away by Trey Coleman. In transition, somebody better find Will Baker. Lucas in tight.
He wants it.
And takes it.
No!
Again, Will Baker. 5 made threes. A 15-2 start, and it's all Will Baker. Are you kidding me, Will Baker? Ashworth can't answer. Doria's fighting for the rebound. There's another foul on the floor going for the rebound.
I don't know if I've ever seen this. Whether it's a point guard, shooting guard, wing, I know I've never seen a center go 5 of 5 from 3, and I'd be smiling too. Look at that. Incredible performance to start this game by Will Baker. Wow.
I mean, Baker, we knew coming in he could hit the 3, but 5 for 5 to get it started. Shulga attacks. Shulga finds Bairstow on the wing. Bairstow floater. Boarded by Williams. Baker. Pick and roll now, looking for Baker in tight. Baker lays it in. The first 17 points of the game from Will Baker for the Nevada Wolfpack. Timeout, Utah State. No one has an answer for Will Baker, the hottest hand in college basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Will Baker has 17 points to get it started for Nevada. It is Will Baker's world. 17 points for the big man from outside and now inside. Will Baker.
Maybe the greatest start to a college basketball game from an individual player I've seen in a very, very long time, maybe ever. Has not missed a shot. He was so good that Steve Alford gave him a head tap and a huge smile. I've never seen Coach Alford be that happy in a quick huddle before in my life.
That's a man who's seen a lot of great shooting in his day, Steve Alford. He's been a college head coach since 1991, and of course a terrific playing career before that. On 5 made threes. He had 3 made threes in that first matchup in Reno in January. 5 for 5 from 3 points, 17 points, and a 17-2 start for Nevada. All Will Baker. Just a stunning start. Ashworth finds Funk in the corner. An air ball. Funk 0 for 2 from 3. Williams. Blackshear sets it up.
Pick and pop. Got Baker.
Pick. Head fake. Baker attacks. Baker is going to earn a trip to the free throw line.
Is there anything this kid can't do right now?
And by the way, he's an 84% free throw shooter.
Well, what a really smart play by Blackshear. He didn't like the initial pick and roll look, so he asked Baker to reset up again. Calls him back to the pick and roll. Baker offers to pop, and they get some really good action.
And sure enough, Baker rolls in the first free throw. Here's Steve Alford. Look at this reaction.
Not too bad. Not too bad, young fella. Pretty good. Pretty safe to say that Will Baker is cooking tonight.
19 for Nevada, all from Will Baker. I think we have a nominee for Mountain West Conference Player of the Week.
Incredible.
Not even 4 minutes in, 19 points for Will Baker. And oh, by the way, a 17-point lead for Nevada early. Much needed bucket for Utah State comes from Dan Akin.
And that was really good pace from Max Schulga. Understanding to draw an extra defender. Nice dump down.
Blackshear finds Darian Williams for 3. Baker doesn't get a touch. Schulga and Ashworth play the two-man game. Ashworth and Funk. Schulga boarded by Baker.
Baker needs to touch the ball every single possession. Aiken's on him now.
Blackshear gives it up. Baker's going to try the 3 and hits again. Will Baker has 22 points.
I've never seen this. I have never seen this in a college basketball game.
5 minutes in, Will Baker has 6 made threes. He's 7 for 7 shooting and has all 22 points for Nevada. Schulga blocked by Williams. Funk gets it back, 4 to shoot, 3 to shoot. Funk's gonna have to heave it. Tap, Akin has a rebound and the dunk.
So defensively, here's my expert analysis for Utah State. Anybody but Baker. You can't help off him now. 0. There should be 0 help off of Will Baker. You should be in full denial mode.
Lucas takes it and makes it. And there's the first bucket for somebody for Nevada, not named Will Baker.
Except Will Baker did set a screen. So he was, even when he's not involved, he's involved.
Ashworth, deep 3. Capable of making it from there and beyond, Stephen Ashworth.
That's one of the best and most efficient scorers in the country that you don't know enough about, Stephen Ashworth. There's one guy for Utah State to get them back into this thing. It is Ashworth. That was good denial by Aiken on Baker.
Ashworth gets the steal, then a foul committed by Lucas. The first 22 points of the game from Will Baker.
What else should we say? He's currently the best college basketball player in the country right now. Will Baker. Cooking, and Coach Alfred, oh, he likes it.
Prior to tonight, the career high for threes made in a game for Will Baker is 4. Already 6 made threes for Will Baker.
So the score is 24-9 in favor of Nevada. Will Baker has 22 of the 24 points. He's hit 6 threes already tonight. We are all witnesses to the glory that is Will Baker. He is putting on an absolute offensive clinic, and it is a thing to behold.
I mean, Baker has an outside shot. We said in the first meeting he made 3 threes. His career high is 4 made threes. He averages 13.5 points per game. So Will Baker making a 3 is not a big surprise. Will Baker going 7 for 7, 22 points, 6 made threes, a pair of free throws, a rebound, and a nice screen on the last bucket made by Lucas.
In their last matchup versus Utah State, they won by 15. Will Baker had 24 for the game. He's got 22. There's 13 minutes left in the first half.
It was a 19-0 run in that game that decided it for Nevada. In this one, a 22-4 start for the Wolfpack. Dan Akin loses it off the bounce. Back to Nevada. Again, for Nevada, this would be a quad 1 win. For Utah State, it would be a quad 2 win, but Nevada's right on the edge of the 30 net, which would push it to a quad 1 win, which Utah State does not have. Back into the hands of Baker. Stepped out of bounds. Turnover by Baker, and he and Dan Akin do a little chirping.
Well, that's something you have to understand with Dan Akin is he isn't going to back down from anybody. He will play tough, physical. He will get in your face. But right now, he is the perfect guy to try to slow down Will Baker.
Ashworth. A moving screen called on Akin. Ryan Odom, now in his second season coaching Utah State, does not like the call. Engineered the huge UMBC win over #1 seed Virginia in the NCAA tournament. That's quite the signature win. His dad, Dave Odom, here with us this week in Logan.
Had a chance to spend a little time with Dave Odom yesterday at practice. It was just an absolute joy to chat with him, and he is just an absolute college basketball legend.
Tyler Powell gets the bucket for Nevada. The Wolfpack in command. Ashworth loses it, gets it back in the corner. Covered up by Coleman. Trying to find Akin. It is out of bounds.
That looked like it was off Akin's foot.
Sure did. And it is Nevada basketball. Nope, it's going to be Utah State basketball. Yeah, that looked like it was off of Akin's foot.
Yes, it was. They missed that one, clearly.
Can't go to the monitor yet. 12:20 to go. Funk backing in. Funk off the shot fake. Adel Rock. That's a tie-up. Possession arrow is going to give it to Nevada.
And Coach Alford loves that from his defense. Playing hard without fouling, going in with 2 hands to grab that possession arrow. The crowd is in stunned silence at the start of this game.
Foster brings it up for Nevada. Williams rattles home a 2. Darian Williams.
Nevada is shooting over 90% from the field. They are 10 for 11.
Meanwhile, Utah State has 3 turnovers in the last 2 minutes. Run out screen from Akin. Foul called on the floor. That's on Tyler Powell.
There's plenty of time to get back into this game, but this is Williams off the pick and roll. Comes back to his spot. Oh, says, I'm okay, I'm good.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. Don't do your taxes. Let our experts do them for you. By Flonase Allergy Relief. Spraying Flonase daily stops your body from overreacting to allergens all season long. And by Sleep Number. Discover proven quality sleep only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
A chilly but lovely weekend here in the Cache River Valley, Logan, Utah, where Nevada has just taken it to Utah State. A 19-point edge on Utah State on the road. This is Nevada, part of a very strong Mountain West Conference overall.
The average net ranking in the Mountain West is 88. That's better than the Pac-12, the ACC, and the American Conference. The reason why it's so strong is because their non-conference work was outstanding. They won 71% of their games, which is a higher percentage than the Big East, ACC, and Pac-12. Very good chance that the Mountain West gets 4 teams in to the NCAA tournament. There's work to be done. There's 3 for sure in right now. But Utah State and New Mexico both on the bubble.
Funk. So San Diego State, Boise State, Nevada right now in the NCAA tournament.
Those are the 3. And Utah State, New Mexico, with New Mexico's really pretty much last 4 in on Jerry Palm's projections right now. Utah State with some work to do.
Offensive foul on Tyler Powell. That's his second. So in short, in this one, Nevada's on the right side of the bubble and Utah State's on the wrong side.
As of now, absolutely. Jerry Palm has Nevada in as an 8 seed. They've got a net ranking of 31. They're in that 8 seed range, similar to what Iowa and Maryland are.
Bairstow in tight. That's an offensive foul.
Bairstow does not like it. He was shocked at that call. We're going to get another good look at it here. Good reject to the ball screen by Bairstow off the crossover. Doesn't quite take it in the chest. I'm probably okay with a play on. I don't think that's a block. I don't think it's a charge. I'd rather be okay with a no call.
Second on Bairstow. He stays in the game. Here comes the double. Foster in tight. Foster lays it in.
It's a great cut by Foster. It's called a 45 cut coming from the weak side off that double team.
30 on the board for Nevada, not even 10 minutes in. A blistering pace. Just look at the shooting percentages, 92% to 29%.
Nevada they're not pressing. They're not playing denial defense. They're not intentionally trying to turn Utah State over. They're not looking to push in transition. Will Baker got unbelievably hot and completely exploded the offense for this game.
Blackshear gets his first personal foul. Ashworth attacks in the corner, triple try, good from R.J. Edelrock.
Edelrock has been struggling as of late. Good to see him get going for Utah State. One of those glue guys for the Aggies.
Blackshear and Ashworth get tangled up. It's out of bounds off of Ashworth. Blackshear keeps it.
Those are the plays you have to make if you're Utah State and Ashworth. Sometimes to get yourself back into the game, you need those defensive plays, those deflections, that grittiness. Blackshear is so strong. Watch his patience, footwork. Oh, man. Carter, there is so much Joe Johnson in Keenan Blackshear's game. That mid-range, that fadeaway, the big shoulders, always under control.
One of Utah State's big defensive goals as Akin hits the bucket was to keep Blackshear out of that mid-range game that he just showed off.
Oh, what a spin.
Gets past Shulga, dumps it off, finishing inside Daniel Foster, but it all started with the breakdown from Keenan Blackshear.
That's why he's second in the Mountain West in assists per game, almost 5 assists a game for Blackshear.
Shulga trying to take it to Blackshear. Floats and hits.
Very hard for right-handed shooters to spin the other way as your right foot is your pivot foot. That is a high degree of difficulty from Shulga.
Shulga coming off a career-high 29 points versus Air Force. Lucas thought about the deep three. Blackshear feeds inside for Davidson. Davidson bothered on the way up, blocked by Edelrock, and it is out of bounds. Nevada keeps it.
There was a lot of contact against Davidson on that second putback attempt.
Here comes Will Baker again. 22 points on a perfect 7 for 7 shooting for Baker. 4 seconds to shoot here. Foster finds Lucas. And one! Fouled by Ashworth on the jumper.
This is an unbelievable offensive performance from the Wolfpack. They're shooting 93% from the field. 13 of 14. Oh, my.
Lucas had 21 points and 4 assists in the first meeting. The senior transfer from Oregon State finishes off the three-point play. And again, 37 on the board now for Nevada with 8.5 to go in the first. Shulga, that is off of Blackshear, out of bounds.
Utah State on the offensive end, they just feel out of sync. They clearly had no response for Will Baker getting hot, and their offense has stalled. There's less ball movement. This is one of the most efficient offenses in the country analytically, and Nevada is putting the clamps on.
Ashworth pulls up for 2. 7 now for Ashworth, trying to keep Utah State somewhere within striking distance.
He's #1 in the nation per Synergy Sports in dribble jump shooting efficiency. Any jump shot off the bounce, he's #1 in the country. Has a 74% effective field goal percentage.
Blackshear backing in on Shulga, tries a mid-range floater. Just the second miss for Nevada.
You got to live with those tough shots if you're Utah State. Those are the kind of mid-range contested shots that you want to force.
Ashworth lobs it right into the hands of Will Baker. So give Baker a steal on his stat line as well.
They're running baseline runner for Lucas. He can pick wherever he wants to go, and they're just going to go right into Baker.
Baker for 2. Left it short. Finally, Will Baker misses. Ashworth resets. Backdoor cut, Funk. Tough finish around the rim.
It's a dangerous thing about this Utah State team is everybody knows about their shooters. They're the best three-point shooting team in the country, but they can backdoor cut, and there's always movement on the weak side and strong side.
Baker dribble handoff and a moving screen called.
It's all Nevada right now. 37-20 because of plays like this. Joe Johnson-esque from Blackshear. Mid-range, and then Lucas. And one, why not? Everything's hitting.
You're watching March to March, presented by Principal Financial Group. The Aggies are back in action this Tuesday in a crucial game for their NCAA tournament hopes as they visit Wyoming at 9 Eastern here on CBS Sports Network. The dangerous Cowboys, although rated the lowest in the net in the Mountain West Conference in last place, big win over New Mexico. So Utah State right now 0-4 versus Quad 1, 5-1 versus Quad 2, but really the two Quad 4 losses are what's hanging on Utah State's resume, dragging that resume down, why projected right now as part of the next 4 out by Jerry Palm.
Yeah, and they're 15-1 in Quad 2 and Quad 3 games, but just like you said, Carter, as you can see on the graphic, they're missing that key Quad 1 win, and that's why Jerry Palm has them projected as next 4 out. That's why at home, an opportunity for this game to turn into a Quad 1 win, so important for the Aggies' resume.
And yet, here they find themselves down by 17. Nevada has led by as many as 21. Max Shulga attacking. Finds Ashworth for 3. On the catch, boarded by Baker.
This is where Nevada will just take their time, run their offense.
Baker off the bounce, rejected by Dorius. Well, Dorius, who was torched by Will Baker in the early going, gets a measure of revenge.
That is the exact word that happened in the first couple of minutes of the game. Dorius had no answer for Baker, but that is a solid block for Dorius. 7th in the Mountain West in blocks per game.
Coleman looking for help. Lucas comes to get it. With 5 to shoot, Lucas in the paint. Floats. Play on. Shulga tries to feed it inside and throws it away. Another Utah State turnover.
Dorius thought that Schulger was shooting that, and Schulger actually needed to wait a half a second longer because Ashworth was wide open, sprinting to the right side of the wing.
7 Utah State turnovers. Baker for 3.
He's human.
That's the first miss from 3 for Baker. Ashworth. Tap out. Second chance. Ashworth takes it again. How about a third chance? Idle Rock hits the 3. 2 offensive rebounds leads to the made 3. Second made 3 of the game for R.J. Idle Rock. Timeout. Nevada. 7-0 run for Utah State, but it is still all Nevada. Five to shoot here for Nevada. Lucas on the wing. Davidson gives it up. Has a shot clock violation. Made bucket from Blackshear, but it's after the shot clock.
I sense a renewed energy and grittiness from this Utah State defense. That was the best defensive possession that we've seen from the Aggies tonight.
It's a 7-0 run by Utah State. Nevada led by as many as 21 here in the first half.
That was a great denial from Blackshear along the baseline from Ashworth, coming off a little bit of floppy action for Utah State.
And Coleman gets a deflection. Ashworth behind the screen from Akin. Back cut. Laid in by Bairstow.
2 backdoor cuts for Utah State has worked against this Nevada defense. A little life here.
9 straight for the Aggies.
This is baseline runner action for Lucas. He's just going to run off whatever screen he chooses to. It's exhausting to guard because you don't know where he's going.
Lucas misses from the baseline, out of bounds. Utah State basketball.
Well, you got to get some type of offense going for Utah State. The three's not working, but the backdoor cut is. Good, efficient offense for the Aggies as they're trying to climb back into this.
The Nevada lead down to 12 as Utah State starting to flex its muscle. A 9-0 run for the Aggies. Coming up at halftime, it's AT&T 5G at the half. Brent Stover, Walden Zerbiak, John Rothstein, and Seth Davis will get you caught up on everything going on in college basketball on a busy Saturday. The 07-08 WAC champion Utah State team was honored during the last time out, including J.C. Carroll, whose number will be retired tonight, Utah State's all-time leading scorer, and head coach Stu Morrill. Visited with an unnamed member of that team today who told us that Stu Morrill, one of the best game managers there ever has been in college basketball. But if you were a step out of position, you were going to pay for it.
Not just a step, but if you were an inch out of position, there were words being thrown in your direction. That was an incredible team, and J.C. Carroll was a AP honorable mention All-American in 2008. Had a big-time career overseas, 3-time EuroLeague champion, 2-time Spanish League top scorer for Real Madrid.
Get in the hole.
10-0 run for Utah State. Blackshear gives it up to Coleman down the baseline. Coleman in the paint. Floats it home. Tough bucket for Trey Coleman.
And that was a bad closeout by Max Schulga, who got there late. You're so worried about Blackshear that anytime he drives, he's going to add 2-3 defenders. Good kick out.
Stephen Ashworth with a lob for Akin. Alley-oop to Dan Akin. Blackshear off the bounce. Coleman on Shulga again. Tries to throw it inside for Davidson, and it is out of bounds off of Utah State.
And you can see Utah State's defense. They are giving Keenan Blackshear the three. He's not a consistent three-point shooter. This is a fantastic lob off the little pick and roll from Stephen Ashworth on his head.
Get it into Will Baker.
Dangerous pass.
Williams for three. Bang! Darian Williams, the freshman from Bishop Gorman High School in Las Vegas, has played well in the first half.
And a really good screen assist from Will Baker off that baseline out of bounds.
5 points, 3 rebounds for Williams. Funk on the offensive glass for Utah State.
Ashworth just can't get it going from three. He's only 1 of 6 from the three-point line. He's 4th in the nation in three-point field goal percentage at over 46%.
Blackshear backing in. Fouled from behind by Funk. A Nevada team that excels at getting to the free throw line, especially for Keenan Blackshear.
And Nevada is 7th in the nation in free throws made per game. They make 17 free throws a game. And it helps that they shoot 79% from the line as a team, which is good for 4th in the country.
Steve Alford says Keenan Blackshear has tremendous basketball IQ. And you can see it in his game. I mean, just the spacing on the floor and that knowledge, especially to get to the free throw line as well.
And he's one of the Mountain West's most improved players. Just an unbelievable talent this season, averaging almost 15 a game, almost 5 assists. He's not a point guard, but he's been asked to play point guard with McIntosh out with an injury. He's done an exceptional job.
Fairstone misses with the left. Warded by Foster. Blackshear tries a three. Isla Rock has the rebound. Pushing Utah State. Blackshear pokes away inside. Good defense, forcing the air ball.
Coach Alford says, slow it down. Let's run our offense. This is where he's really good, mid-post. Good defense by Bairstow.
Williams steps in. He's feeling it. Williams has 7 points.
They're one of the best mid-range shooting teams in the country. They're not going to make and shoot a lot of threes, but 15 to 17 feet, that's their sweet spot.
Shulga with a little head fake. Shulga spins it home.
They need him to get going. He's coming off a 29-point effort versus Air Force in their win versus Air Force.
Williams off the screen for Baker. Baker on the post. Backing in on Bairstow. Left it short. Good D from Bairstow.
They want to go inside Akin. Got the mismatch.
Akin misses the floater. Boarded by Williams. That's 5 rebounds for Darian Williams as well. Blackshear off the bounce. Woo! Blackshear finishes off an incredible offensive performance for Nevada in the first half. 47 on the board as Nevada shoots 62% in the first half.
A blistering offensive performance from the Wolfpack. They shot over 62% from the field. Lights out from the three-point line, 7 to 10. A lot of that was Will Baker at 22 first half points. Wolfpack was rolling.
Coming up after the break, it's AT&T 5G at the half. As we get set for the start of the second half, Nevada has a 47-32 lead on Utah State. Time now for the first half stats, brought to you by Sleep Number. The shooting number is incredible for Nevada. They led this game by as many as 21 points. That works out to 62% shooting for Nevada on 7 of 10 threes. The story of the first half, Will Baker with one of the most incredible starts you'll ever see in college basketball. The first 22 points of the game for Nevada, scored by the big man.
Seen anything like it in college basketball in recent memory. He came out quickly, 5 for 5 from 3 in a matter of mere minutes. Completely unconscious and could not miss. Utah State tried as much as they possibly could to slow him down, but he was cooking in that first half. 22 points now. Towards that end, about 6-7 minutes towards the end of that first half, Utah State tried to figure it out. And they started to slow him down a little bit, but then Blackshear got going. Nevada's offense, period, was just tremendous.
Well, let's go back to what this game means for March. You look at what Nevada is doing right now. I mean, this is going to be potentially for Nevada a quad 1 win if they pull this one out. For Utah State, this is almost a game that they can't afford to lose as far as NCAA tournament resume.
Yeah, Utah State's on the wrong side of the bubble, so a win against the Nevada team would be huge for the resume. And obviously Nevada, they're in. If the season ended tonight, they're still in safely, but you always want to keep building that resume. You want to get that better seed.
Nevada right now has 3 quad 1 wins on the season. This would be a quad 2 win for Nevada tonight on the road at Utah State. Well, so these overall scoring numbers for Ashworth, just 1 for 6 3-point shooting. Ashworth did dish out 4 assists in the first half, but Ashworth's going to need to score more if Utah State's going to get back in this game in the second half. So Utah State basketball to get it started. Shulga steps back on the screen and hits. Max Shulga gets it started for Utah State in the second half. Blackshear airballs the floater. Looked like he was bumped, but play on.
Ashworth did as much as he possibly could to hold his ground, considering he's given up about at least 45 to 50 pounds to Blackshear.
Ashworth off the screen, finds Funk for 3. Cold shooting continues for Funk. Williams misses his first look at the second half. Offensive rebound for Baker. Coleman in tight. Foul on the floor, called on Funk. And that is number 3 on Taylor Funk.
In some ways, this Nevada offense will lull you to sleep. They're going to run their action no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're going to pressure them, you're going to back off them. They're going to run their action. They want to play inside of the three-point line as much as possible.
Baker wants it against Dorius, the matchup that produced 22 points early on.
Should have been a moving screen on Baker.
Funk rips it away. Bairstow pushes. Bairstow takes it end-to-end, finishes off with a dunk. Sean Bairstow hammers it home. From 21 down, Utah State's pulled to within 10. Blackshear on the wing. Baker for 3.
I don't understand why you would double there, though, and leave Baker wide open.
Home run pass for Funk, lays it in to single digits now. Timeout, Nevada. From 21 down, Utah State's cut it to 8.
It started with defense for Utah State. To start the second half, come up with a loose ball. Bairstow, crossover in the full court with an explosion towards the rim. And then the pass ahead from Shulga. All of a sudden, the Aggies, they've got some life.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
J.C. Carroll, Utah State's all-time leading scorer. His number retired here at the half. In a nice ceremony, J.C. Carroll acknowledging his family, the Utah State fans, his teammates, head coach Stu Morrill. His number 20 will now hang in the rafters as J.C. Carroll, one of Utah State's all-time greats. All smiles for Stu Morrill and his teammates here for J.C. Carroll. A lot of love for one of Utah State's all-time greats. And maybe no coincidence, the second half begins with Utah State 3 for 4. A hot shooting start for Utah State to begin the second half to get right back in the game.
And you got to put J.C. Carroll up in the suite. If you're going to retire his jersey, you got to give him the suite.
The whole team's up there. Blackshear kicks to the corner. 3 won't go, boarded by Bairstow. Funk takes a tumble. Bairstow takes it again. Baker with the rebound. Lucas brings it up. Coleman tries the 2. Over, it continues in the second half for Nevada.
Dorius absolutely buried Lucas on that seal in semi-transition.
And Lucas got the foul. That's his 3rd. So Daniel Foster's going to sub into the game for Nevada.
And remember, Jared Lucas, he's their leading scorer at 17 a game. Transfer from Oregon State.
Ashworth, Blackshear created that one by digging down, then lost it out of bounds. Utah State ball, but still Blackshear getting in on Ashworth.
And Ashworth looking over at Coach Odom and said, that's on me, that's on me. And there's Dorius. Let's see, if you're Lucas, you have to go down there. You have to sell it the best you can because you're just outmatched. From Dorius, 7'1", senior.
Question about resetting the shot clock. No possession, so 18 seconds to shoot. Ashworth trouble getting it in. Into Funk in the corner for 3. Fouled on the 3-point shot. Williams commits the foul. Funk to the line for 3.
Trevin Dorius set a terrific screen. He had to fight to get to that screen position. How much he was bumped along the baseline. That was a great screen and a great show of grit from the 7'1" center.
First of 3 for Funk, who continues his shooting slump. 0 for 4 from 3. Part of Utah State, the best 3-point shooting team in college basketball. Just 4 for 15 tonight from 3.
This has been an amazing show of resiliency by the Aggies, being able to climb back from getting, they got punched in the beginning. Will Baker, Nevada came out hot. They were shooting over 90% from the field. It spelled nothing but doom for the Aggies at home, and they just started to chip away, chip away, chip away. All of a sudden, we look up, 5-point ball game.
10 straight for the Aggies. Into Baker in the post, digging down. Shulga picks up the foul. Digging down on Baker.
Max Shulga overcommits on the stunt. They worked on that in shoot-around, is when When Baker would get it in the post, they'd want to stunt, but not necessarily double.
Blackshear takes it and ends the 10-0 run himself.
Such a high percentage shooter from inside. He's 7th in the Mountain West in field goal percentage. Shoots over 46% from the field as the point guard.
Ashworth, lob, and Dorius goes up to get it. Had to climb the ladder to get it. But Ashworth to Dorius, back to a 5-point game.
Ashworth has not shot the ball well tonight, but that's his 5th assist.
Foster turns the corner. Back into the hands of Blackshear for 3. 5 straight for Blackshear.
Less than a 25% three-point shooter, Blackshear. He's got good backspin on it.
Ashworth, lob again! Hammered down again by Dorius. Another assist for Ashworth. Blackshear, bump play on. Loose ball, foul committed by Baker. Baker and Dorius both getting on the deck. Baker gets a foul.
Well, this has turned into a really good game. The lob to the big fella, Dorius. He knows what to do with it. And then Blackshear. I'll take a little three-point action. Then the pick and roll. Super efficient. Throw it up to the big fella again. Dorius has been good.
Nevada is on the right side of the bubble. New Mexico is now on the wrong side of the bubble. Boise State is projected in by Jerry Palm. Utah State is out. We know San Diego State's punched its ticket to the big dance as an at-large. But for the rest of the Mountain West Conference, this is what it looks like right now. According to Jerry Palm, these are the teams on the bubble. Nevada right now is in. Boise State is in. Utah State, New Mexico on the wrong side.
Now, for New Mexico, as first 4 out, they're a team that I'm still trying to figure out. Right, they're listed as first 4 out. They have a strong net rating at 47. Remember, they set the college basketball world on fire by starting out 14-0 to start the season. They lost 4 games in a row before, just recently before beating San Jose State yesterday. This is a New Mexico team that has the ability to be a 90-point scoring team every time they step on the floor. But Nevada, they should be in. Boise State, they should be in. Utah State, New Mexico, still work to be done.
Utah State shooting 5 for 7 in the second half, helping to dig out of the hole that they created in the first half when they fell down by as many as 21.
Nevada is so physical on every dribble drive for Utah State.
Hackett backing in. Kick out to Shulga. 5 to shoot for Shulga. Shulga takes the 3. Oh. And hits it. Big time 3 for Shulga. The Aggies are within 3.
Hit him with the step back.
Just the 5th 3 of the game for the Aggies. Average 10 a game. Williams takes the 2. Good one.
Good DHO dribble handoff action into a ball screen. That's some of the best action for Nevada on the offensive end. There's Ashworth.
Rattles out again for Ashworth. Now 1 for 7 from 3 for Ashworth. Into the corner. Powell misses the 3 and a foul on the rebound. On Foster, that's his first.
This bucket from Shulga comes from a pullback dribble. On the drive, watch him pull his dribble and body back. That is a PhD play, proper hand development from Shulga.
Shulga again, crossing over. Shulga gets it back. Takes another 3. Akin then goes over the back for the rebound, getting his second foul.
His second 13th foul.
Blackshear running point for Nevada. He settled into that role with Hunter McIntosh still out, although Nevada hopes to have him back before the end of the regular season. Blackshear rolls out with a foul on Bairstow.
Bairstow that time gave him too much space. You know that you need to give Blackshear some room in that you wait for him to go into the post-up. He's not a three-point threat, but he let Blackshear get almost all the way to the block on that play. And once Blackshear gets that deep, he's either getting a bucket or he's getting fouled. It's one of the reasons why Nevada is 7th in the country in free throw makes per game at 17 a game.
A quarter of the Wolfpack's points come from the free throw line. Blackshear misses the second. Akin has the board. Only 5 points in this game from the free throw line from Nevada. So Utah State's done a good job of keeping them off the line for the most part. Shulga with the head fake. Williams bites and gets his second personal.
Shulga has been the one guy for Utah State that's kind of figured out this really suffocating Nevada defense. Nevada has done a terrific job of setting up a wall of defense from three-point line into the paint. Points have been unbelievably hard to come by for the Aggies, one of the most efficient offensive teams in the country. Bairstow should have turned the corner there and gotten to the rim.
Ashworth crossing over down the baseline, looking for Bairstow. It's tipped and taken away. Blackshear got a hand on it. Then Williams into the front court. Powell airballs the three.
That's two hands up for Coach Alford saying, what are you doing? That is not the shot that they want.
Eilerach on the attack, draws a foul by Davidson.
Sometimes when you're down and you're lacking energy, you need superstar role players. And that's exactly what Eilerach is. He's a superstar in his role. 6 points tonight off the bench.
2 shots for Eilerach here. The senior from London, England. Lucas is going to come back for Nevada, as well as Trey Coleman. It's been a quiet night for Lucas, just 5 points. Averages 17 plus.
He's been in foul trouble. He's got 3 fouls. 13 minutes left. Something to keep an eye on for Nevada.
Eilerach gets them both. Foster off the screen. Lucas comes to get it.
Good defense by Eilerach.
Pokes it away again.
2 deflections for Eilerach.
Ashworth thought about the 3. Instead finds Akin on the roll. Akin lost it. And then somewhere in there a foul. It's on Lucas, number 4. So Lucas is going to have to sub out again.
Yeah, he'll be out for an extended period of time, and that is big because Nevada has lost their rhythm on the offensive end. Will Baker has gone unbelievably quiet. Lucas for Nevada, just 5 points. He averages 17 a game. One of the best scorers in the Mountain West.
Baker and Blackshear back into the game for the Wolfpack. Utah State already in the bonus. A 2-point game. And the sellout crowd in the Spectrum on its feet. Baker finds a cutting Foster for the dunk off a good look from Baker.
That's the second terrific cut by Foster that he's made this game. You saw how much attention they were so worried about Baker in the three.
Bairstow bumped from behind by Williams. Blackshear attacks. A trailing Coleman. Baker wants it on the post.
Blackshear wants the post-up ISO on the shorter Ashworth.
Skip, Williams, Foster, and now Baker. Back to Foster in the corner, and he leaves it well short. Akin gives it up. Nine to shoot. Ashworth attacks. Ashworth gets it back. Ashworth launches a three. Funk offensive rebound is knocked out of bounds, but the Aggies keep it. .11:14 to go. It's single digits in Logan. Nevada on Utah State by 4 here. Tomorrow at 4 Eastern, we return to the hardwood for a meeting in the Missouri Valley as Belmont and league leader Drake square off. Catch it all right here on CBS Sports Network. Drake has won 8 in a row. Earlier today, the March Madness men's basketball preview show, the top 16. What stood out to you, Mike?
Well, I think obviously when you have Houston, Purdue, Kansas, and Alabama, those are the 4 best teams in the country. Kansas with a huge win over Baylor this afternoon. And then one team to keep an eye out on, and I know you and I have talked about this team in the East, Marquette as a 4 seed. One of the more dangerous 4 seeds, I think, in the tournament so far, if that seed listing stays.
Marquette over Xavier earlier this week on CBS Sports Network, both projected as 4 seeds. Interesting atop the Big East.
Going to be interesting to see how they see Tennessee in a few weeks. Tennessee just lost to Kentucky today.
Ashworth gets it in. Ashworth off the curl. And an off night offensively for Ashworth. Scoring-wise, he's just 4 for 11. 9 points in the game. 1 of 8 from 3. Baker gets it on the post. Akin, offensive foul. Baker called for the charge.
Akin timed this and sold it absolutely perfectly. Watch Baker on the spin. That was big-time feet movement from Akin. Perfect position.
Ashworth gets it right back. Foster there with him on the catch. Idle rock.
Foster just trying to deny Ashworth everywhere he goes.
Idle rock. To the rim again. He's been terrific off the bench. That's 10 points for Idle rock. 3 Aggies in double digits, and we're even at 57. Into Baker again. This time it's Baker getting fouled.
It got so loud in here, we couldn't even hear the foul called.
It's on Akin, his 3rd.
You can just hear the faint whistle blow because this place was loud and rocking.
Will Baker had the first 22 in the game for Nevada. Hasn't scored since. But he's 3 for 3 from the line.
Replacing the RP,
Idorod gets a nice hand going to the bench.
Look at this student section. This is an awesome student section. If you're an average free throw shooter, you're not shooting well into that.
Baker gets them both. Poked away by Coleman. Runs it down and blocked from behind by Ashworth. And now Bairstow runs the Aggies. Shulga misses the three. Big time momentum miss.
But that is Utah State offense. Get out in transition and look for threes early.
Into Baker. Blackshear, 9 to shoot. Baker wants it again. Blackshear takes Shulga off the bounce. Out of bounds, off of Foster.
And Blackshear really wanted that matchup against Shulga. He called for the pick from Baker. Tried to finish wide. Pretty good defense by Shulga.
Ashworth for three. Just the second made three of the game for Ashworth. And Utah State has come from 21 down to take the lead. The first lead of the game for Utah State. Baker turns around on Akin, leaves it well short. Loose ball won by Utah State. Shulga traveled.
What I love, when you ball screen reject, that's called rejecting the ball screen. A little jab step, dribble jumper. Stephen Ashworth's analytics this season are off the charts in pick and roll scoring efficiency. #1 in the country in scoring efficiency from the pick and roll. Good pullback from Blackshear.
Blackshear floats it. Boarded by Bairstow. Bairstow tries to lob into Dorius. Offensive foul is called.
Coach Odom was livid after that call. Little ball screen reject, ripping a three. All of a sudden, Utah State's up 1. We got a ball game.
Presented by Principal Financial Group. You're watching March to March, presented by Principal Financial Group. And what a game we have here in Logan, Utah. Utah State has come from 21 down to take the lead on Nevada.
It started with defense in the second half. They got consecutive stops in a row, which gave them an opportunity to run out and transition. Shulga and Bairstow, specifically on the defensive end, have been outstanding in the second half. And you just take a look for Nevada from a shooting standpoint. Will Baker, 7 for 11 in the first half, but in the second half, cold. They only taken 2 shots. Nevada has to find more action for him when he comes back into the ballgame.
Steve Alford's brought Jared Lucas back with 4 personal fouls. Nevada's leading scorers had a quiet offensive night, in part because of the foul trouble. Played only 17 minutes, 5 points. Coleman dribble handoff for Blackshear. Here's Lucas. Lucas launches. Boarded by Dorius. Dorius into Funk. Shulga resets, 7 to shoot. Shulga has to throw it up. Funk finds it, and Funk puts Utah State up by 3.
Dorius kept that alive by staying active on the offensive glass. It was a good defensive possession for Nevada just till the very end.
Lucas, tough catch and shoot. Boarded by Bairstow. Ashworth slowly brings it up. Ashworth taking Davidson. Feed inside for Dorius. Lost it off of his hands, out of bounds. That's another Aggie turnover. Turnover number 12 by Utah State.
And that's on Stephen Ashworth. He put Dorius in a no-win situation. Those are very difficult passes to catch when you're in about 4 feet from your center and you throw a bounce pass in traffic. Got to kick that one out.
Blackshear into Baker, and a foul called on Dorius, defending Baker. Tough stretch for Dorius.
That's just Dorius's second foul. He's going to get subbed out here for Dan Akin.
Baker back to the free throw line where he's a perfect 4 for 4. And again, Nevada, who does a fourth of its scoring from the line, only 7 total points tonight from the stripe. But now into the bonus. Baker, who spent a year at Texas. This is his second at Nevada. Officially a redshirt junior.
Always helps when your center is the 4th best free throw shooter in the Mountain West at 86%.
And then he misses.
The broadcaster's curse. I am sorry.
Funk in the corner for 3. Boarded by Baker.
This feels like Blackshear's time. Offense has been a bit stagnant.
Coleman attacks on Akin. The shot fake. Akin couldn't get the block, but he does get the rebound. Ashworth thought about it from the logo. Ashworth launches, air ball into the hands of Williams. Nevada on the run. Lucas around the screen for Baker. Lucas. Oh, it rims out for Lucas, continuing his frustrating offensive night. He's just 2 for 7 shooting.
That was unbelievable defense by Bairstow, moving his feet.
Shulga attacks. Shulga. Utah State has its largest lead at 4 points. In what would be the best win of the year for Utah State, they've come all the way back. Fouls on the floor. Blackshear's going to earn a trip to the free throw line.
Foul before the shot by Stephen Ashford. His second.
Max Shulga coming off the pick and roll. Little hezzy, tough finish at the top. Just when you thought Nevada was going to start to get going, Shulga puts Utah State up 4.
Utah State by 4 in a critical game for the Aggies and their March hopes. Coming up next, the toughest 8 seconds in sports gets even tougher as the best bull riders on the planet make their way to Eugene, Oregon for the Emerald Shootout. Catch PBR Unleash the Beast here on CBS Sports Network. In the standings, San Diego State all alone atop the Mountain West Conference. Then it's Boise State and Nevada, identical records. They've split the regular season. So a Nevada win would put them in second place ahead of Boise State. A Nevada loss, and it's Boise State all alone in second place. But Utah State, record versus quad 1, 0-4. Right now Nevada is net 31. And if Nevada were to get up to net 30, that would turn this into a quad 1 win for Utah State if the Aggies can pull it off.
And the reason why it's so important is it's not that Utah State is just competing against New Mexico, who's also on the bubble, but they're competing against Kentucky's resume, North Carolina's resume, Wisconsin's resume, all in similar bubble situations. Kentucky just beat Tennessee on CBS earlier today. Really great job by Kentucky of adding in another quad 1 win to their resume. They're right there with Utah State in a similar bubble situation. They need these home wins against high worth net teams.
Blackshear gets the first, earns the bonus. Akin rebounds after the miss.
Utah State has outscored Nevada by 19 points in the second half.
Funk stripped away by Foster. Blackshear brings it back. Blackshear on Bairstow. Travel. Turnover number 10 by Nevada.
Nevada only averages 10 turnovers a game. Incredibly impressive for a team without a true point guard.
Ashworth off the bounce. Ashworth again attacks.
Great defense by Foster. That's a foul, though.
4 to shoot. Funk takes the 3. Fight for the rebound, won by Nevada. Blackshear finds Lucas, who steps in and misses again. Lucas 2 for 8 shooting. Utah State by 3 with 2:45 to go in a game that was all Nevada in the first half. Shulga. Akin on to Funk. Funk misses the tough 2. Lucas has the rebound. Lucas tries it again. This time it spins in. Shooters keep shooting, right?
Been struggling all game long, but he's second in the Mountain West in three-point field goal percentage, over 40%. Sometimes you just need to see one go down, Carter.
Even at 64, timeout Utah State. 2:14 to go in what's turning into a terrific ball game in the Mountain West. Nevada led by 21 in the first half. Utah State has come storming back, and now it's 64 all with 2:14 to go.
And if I'm Utah State coming out of this timeout, I'm looking to run action to attack whoever Lucas is guarding. Because that's 2 reasons. Number 1, Lucas has 4 fouls. And if you can foul out Lucas, who just hit a 3, that's the one guy for Nevada who can get really hot from 3. You've figured out a way to slow down Blackshear in the second half. You figured out a way to slow down Baker in the second half. That's the last guy you want to get hot. I would hunt for him while you're on offense and see if you can get his 5th foul.
Let's take a look at tonight's Intuit player profile. Will Baker, who had the first 22 points for Nevada, 25 in the game, so cooled off after what was an amazing start.
One of the best starts from a college basketball player at the start of a game that I've ever seen. 5 for 5 from 3. Who was just completely out of control from the three-point line. But Utah State, what they made the substitution, Dan Akin deserves a lot of credit slowing him down.
Terrific defensive player off the bench for Utah State. Shulga. Behind the screen from Atkins. Shulga switches to the left and earns a trip to the free throw line with a foul on Williams. That's his 4th. So both Lucas and Williams have 4 for Nevada.
Now Shulga has the free throw line. Shooting 2.
Shulga gets the first. CBS Sports celebrates Black history, its limitless culture, and undeniable impact. Happy Black History Month. Williams gets the rebound. Utah State by a point. Less than 2 minutes to go. Baker wants it inside. Instead, Baker on the perimeter. Foster turns the corner. Blackshear. Tough 2 from the baseline. Big rebound by Akin.
It was a grown man rebound by Dan Akin. Pretty good defense by the Aggies, forcing a tough contested jumper along the baseline. Low percentage shot for Nevada.
Shulga off the screen from Akin. Bounce pass inside and 1. Dan Akin.
Back-to-back monster possessions for Dan Akin. As Idle Rock forces the tough contested jumper on Blackshear. Look at this rebound. Rip it away. Then on the other end, a nice pocket pass from Shulga off the pick and roll. Tough finish for the big fella.
Akin can't finish the three-point play. It's a three-point game. Timeout, Nevada. With a minute 8, it's a three-point game between Utah State and Nevada. Back to Logan in a moment. Sellout crowd here at the Spectrum in Logan, Utah, has seen Utah State storm back from 21 down to take a three-point lead on the Wolfpack. Time now for Worth a Watch, brought to you by Principal Financial Group. Utah State with a remarkable second half and take the lead.
And the outside shooting wasn't going well at all in the first half for Utah State. They started to find more of a rhythm. The best thing that they've done, even though they're the best three-point shooting team in the country, is attack the paint. They have 36 points in the paint versus only 12 for Nevada. An excellent job at pick and roll. And that last one from Dan Akin for the and one. You think about the job from Utah State of clawing back when Nevada came out swinging. Will Baker was otherworldly in the first half. Most teams would have quit and just shut it down. A great show of resiliency and grit by Utah State of chipping this thing back.
And you pointed out it began on the defensive end with Utah State starting to lock in defensively on Nevada. That's where the comeback began.
And Dan Akin deserves a lot of credit for Utah State. When he came off the bench, he started to slow down Will Baker. Just enough in the first half for Utah State to catch their breath. And in the second half, he's had to guard Baker. He's had to guard Blackshear, Williams, and has had some huge rebounds in the second half for the Aggies.
Ashworth is getting sick. Hope he's all right. Water break. Not a bad idea.
Wait, you can do water breaks in the game like this right now?
Yeah.
I would have loved one of those back in the day.
Foster gets it into Blackshear. Baker off the shot fake, gets it back to Blackshear, who tries another three and leaves it short, boarded by Ashworth. With 1 minute to go, Ashworth is headed to the free throw line, gets fouled 94 feet from the basket. Williams fouls out, and Ashworth heads to the free throw line.
That was a terrific defensive possession for Utah State. In particular, Max Shulga on the help. I want you to watch this. Watch Shulga come over, help, and dig. He knows he can overcommit to help on Baker because Blackshear isn't a three-point threat. That is a big-time scatter report defensive play by Max Shulga.
Ashworth gets the first. Five-point lead.
Don't need a three, can get to the rim.
Lucas takes the three. Boarded by Bairstow. Ashworth brings it up, and now Nevada has to foul. Lucas gives the foul, and he's fouled out. Utah State closing in on a monumental come-from-behind win.
And in tight ball games, you want the ball in the hands of Stephen Ashworth. Top 20 free throw shooter in the country.
Important for Nevada, the foul was given to Foster, so Lucas gets to stay in the game. What a second half by Utah State. Holding to Nevada to only 17 in the second half. Blocking foul is called. So that stops the clock. And sends Blackshear to the free throw line with a foul on Shulga.
Smart play by Blackshear. Put your head down. You know that Utah State's not going to try to foul. If you can turn the corner and get downhill off the inbounds, potentially get to the rim or get to the free throw line, that's a smart play by Blackshear.
One and one, so he gets a bonus.
And if you're Utah State, you should probably expect some type of full court press. Even if it's soft for Utah State, expect some full court pressure from the Wolfpack. They're going to try, with this amount of time on the clock, you're going to look to get a quick steal, potentially double. If you can get a trap, hold the trap. If not, you got to go for a foul and a steal at the same time.
Some clarification at the scorer's table. Utah State has outscored Nevada by 21 here in the second half. And what about the defensive effort again by Utah State here in the second half on the Wolfpack?
Tremendous. It started with Dan Aiken late in the late in the first half. They started to find their defensive rhythm to slow down Will Baker, slow down Blackshear, and it was chipping away bit by bit by bit for Utah State. Some threes started to go down, but I thought they did an excellent job of attacking the paint. Scored 36 points in the paint in this game. The Aggies really started to figure it out in the second half.
Let's checking the clock. Yeah. I'm not sure what the question mark is around the timing. It looked pretty was pretty clear.
No, it looked on point to me. So we're not exactly sure why they're still going to the monitor. And in a full court press situation like this, you know Utah State's going to receive some type of pressure from Nevada. Have to secure the possession. You have 2 timeouts left. Oh, the clock starts early. That's what it is. The clock started early, about 2 seconds early.
John Stigliano talking to Mike, make sure we get it straight.
Yeah, so that was clearly the issue as they came over and told us that they had to put a little bit of time on the clock because they lost some time off the inbounds play. Great job by our replay crew of showing that as well.
Blackshear gets the second. Aggies playing keep away now.
What a pass. That was an unbelievable pass in full court pressure by Max Schulga. Wow.
Foster gives the foul. Ashworth to the free throw line.
Carter Blackburn, you can have your and one dunks all day. I'll take a high IQ skip pass in full court pressure in crunch time from Max Schulga any day of the week.
And they get it into the hands of Ashworth too.
Exactly.
So from 3-point tonight, Ashworth only 2 for 10, but still now 17 points in the game, perfect from the free throw line, 6 assists, only 2 turnovers in 38 minutes. And Ashworth gets them both here. Utah State's outscored Nevada 41-19 in the second half, and it's all Utah State now. For those of you tuning in for the PBR Emerald Shootout, you'll be able to find it streaming free on the CBS Sports app or at cbssports.com/CBSSN as soon as it begins. And of course, we'll get you out there immediately after the conclusion of this game. Into Ashworth again, and Nevada's not even fouling at this point. Timeout taken by Utah State with 22.1. And that's a well-earned fist bump from Ashworth.
No question about it. And another high IQ play from Ashworth, knowing that you have timeouts to spare. Grab the timeout, secure the possession.
Utah State closing in on a tremendous win. A reminder that Utah State trailed this game by 21 in the first half. And with a remarkable comeback, now closing in on what would be the best win of the season for the Aggies. The best line on the NCAA tournament resume for a team that's presently right now projected to be out on the wrong side of the bubble. So you could call this a must-win for the Aggies' NCAA tournament resume. And they played like a desperate team, especially in the second half. Wolfpack not even fouling at this point. Ashworth playing keep away. Blackshear gives the foul. Ashworth to the free throw line.
One of the reasons why the fans are excited that Stephen Ashworth is at the free throw line isn't just about securing the win. It's about free ice cream, Carter.
75 points means free ice cream. So that's 74. Ashworth getting the sellout crowd on its feet for this conclusion, and well deserved. The game started 22-4 in favor of Nevada, with 22 points from Will Baker. It looked like it was all Nevada in the first half. The Wolfpack led by 15 at the break. But the second half has been owned by Utah State. And the Aggies dribble out a 75-66 come-from-behind win. A remarkable come-from-behind win by Utah State to beat Nevada. The updated Mountain West Conference standings. It's now Boise State all alone in second place at 10-3. Utah State falls to 10. Utah State improves to 10-5 in Mountain West Conference play. For Mike O'Donnell, our entire crew, I'm Carter Blackbird. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.